Hello students, welcome to the online class of computer studies on behalf of Southern School affiliated to ICSE New Delhi. Today our lesson is multiprocessing. We previously learned about batch processing system, multi-programming, time sharing system, real-time processing system. Okay, so today we will learn multiprocessing. Okay, what is multiprocessing? What is the difference? What is the difference of multiprocessing with multiprogramming? What are the advantages and disadvantages of multiprocessing? We will learn in this lesson. So let's start. So as the name suggests, multiprocessing means a mode of processing with the use of multiple CPU. Okay, in multiprogramming or in batch processing system, there was only one CPU. Okay, those systems are uniprocessing system. So here multiprocessing means not uniprocessor. It will not consist uniprocessor, means single CPU. It will consist of multiple processors. Okay, so the definition will be, it is the mode of processing where two or more central processing units that means CPU, central processing units, are used within a single computer system. Okay, single computer system. Now the definition is not finished. To execute multiple programs or tasks, multiple programs from multiple users simultaneously. Okay, simultaneously means at a time. Simultaneously means at a time. Okay, so about this definition you need to know more information about multiprocessing. So I am writing the information one by one. Number one is, in multiprocessing multiple CPUs are used. Okay, so here multiple CPUs means central processing units are used. Okay, because it is the mode of processing where two or more central processing units are used. That's why in multiprocessing multiple CPUs are used. Okay, number two, these CPUs share a single main memory and same peripherals. These CPUs share a single main memory. Okay, single main memory and same peripherals. Same peripherals or peripheral devices in order to execute multiple programs simultaneously or at a time. Okay, So these programs share a single memory and same peripherals in order to execute multiple programs simultaneously, because these CPUs are used within a single computer system. And as you know, within a single computer system, only one main memory will be there, and same peripheral devices will be connected to that computer system, isn't it? Now number three is, in multiprocessing, simultaneous execution of program is actually happened. Simultaneous execution of programs is actually happened. So why I wrote this point? Okay, you need to understand simultaneous execution of programs has actually happened, because in multiprogramming the users have an illusion. You already know that in multiprogramming the users have an illusion of simultaneous execution of multiple programs, isn't it? In multiprogramming, all the programs do not get executed at an instance of time or at a time, isn't it? The users have an illusion of simultaneous execution of those programs, because the operating system switches one job after another uh, very fast. That's why that illusion uh, occurred in the mind of multiple users, that that their programs are happening or getting executed at the same time, isn't it? But in multiprocessing, as there are multiple processors, that's why simultaneous execution of programs is actually happened. Okay, and another one, number 4, is the user executes the program. The user executes his or her program with no time limit. In time sharing system or multiprogramming, there was a time limit for every user, and they were given the time slot, and within that time slot that user was allowed to execute his or her program. But in case of multiprocessor, the user executes his or her program with no time limit. That's why they can independently execute their programs. Okay, so these are the important points you need to remember about multiprocessing. Okay, now we will see the diagram of multiprocessing. As you can see here, in this processing system, as it is multiprocessing system, that's why multiple CPUs are there. So CPU 1, CPU 2, CPU 3, CPU 4. So 4 CPUs are there, that means multiple CPU. And every CPU, as you can see here, every CPU is connected to the same main memory, and they are sharing same peripherals. Okay, a single main memory is connected to all the CPU, is connected to all the CPU, and the same peripheral devices are getting shared by all the CPUs. Okay, and they are connected through the bus. This is called bus. Bus is nothing but the communication channel uh, between every unit of the computer system. Okay, so this is the diagram of multiprocessing system. Okay, once more look at this diagram. Okay, so now we will discuss about the advantages and disadvantages of multiprocessing. So at first, advantages. Okay, so at first let's learn about the advantages. First is, number 1 is increased throughput. increased throughput. Now what is throughput? Throughput means the number of programs executed in unit time. Okay, the number of programs executed in unit time is known as increased throughput. So here we can write the computer system is able to manage large amount of information. So the speed of program execution is increased, isn't it? So here in multiprocessing there are multiple CPUs. That's why the computer system is able to manage large amount of information, isn't it? So the speed of the program execution will be increased as there are multiple CPUs. So in unit time, multiple jobs can be executed simultaneously. Okay, that's why throughput is increased. Okay. The next point is cost saving. Multiprocessing is cost saving. Why? As multiple CPUs, I'm writing here, as multiple CPUs in central processing units share the same main memory, bus and peripherals. Thus, a computer system with multiple processor saves money, isn't it? Saves money as compared to multiple system with uniprocessor or single CPU. Okay. So there are 3 CPUs, 1 main memory and same peripheral devices. Okay. So in case of multiprocessing system. But in case of single processing system, if there are 3 different CPUs, 3 different main memory and 3 different set of peripheral devices, then obviously those computer system with single uniprocessor will cost more as compared to the multiprocessing system, isn't it? Because these CPUs is sharing the single main memory and same set of peripheral devices. Okay. And number 3, increased reliability. Increased reliability means, I'm writing here, as there are multiple CPUs, so if one CPU fails, okay, suppose one CPU is damaged, then what will happen? Then the speed of the computer system computer system may get slow down, but the computer will walk smoothly, isn't it? Because suppose there are 4 processors. I'm explaining this one with the help of this diagram. Suppose in this system there are 4 processors. So suppose CPU 1 fails, CPU 1 is damaged. So the overall task of the computer can be performed using CPU 2, CPU 3 and CPU 4. But in case of single processing system, there is only one CPU and one set of main memory and peripheral devices. So if that CPU fails, then the computer will not work at all. But in case of multiprocessing system, this is possible. Okay, suppose CPU 1 fails, CPU 2 fails, then CPU 3 and CPU 4 can work smoothly, isn't it? So these are the advantages of multiprocessing system. Now we will learn about the disadvantages. Number 1, complicated operating system, complicated OS means operating system is required. Complicated operating system is required because here multiple processors share same memory and peripherals, so it is very difficult to schedule process. Okay, as this type of system share same main memory and peripherals. You can write same main memory, peripherals and bus also, okay, the communication channel between various units of computer system, peripherals and bus. So it is very difficult. So it is very difficult to schedule programs. Okay. So to solve this, complicated ways is needed. Number 2, large main memory required. Large main memory is required. Large main memory is required because all the processors or CPUs, isn't it, share the same main memory so a large amount of memory is required as compared to uniprocessor system. Uniprocessor system. Okay. So these are the disadvantages. Now we will discuss about the difference between multiprogramming and multiprocessing. This is very important. So here I have already written, as you can see, on the left column multiprogramming and on the right column multiprocessing. So as you can see, single processor is used to execute multiple programs. So in case of multiprogramming, single processor was used, isn't it? And in case of multiprogramming, as you have learned, two or more processors are used to execute multiple programs. That means multiple processors are used to execute multiple programs. Next, the users are allowed to execute their programs within the given time slot. Okay, that is in case of multiprogramming. But here the users are allowed to execute their programs independently with no time limit because of multiprocessors, isn't it? Multiple processors. So every processor can execute a different job independently. That's why the users are allowed to execute their programs independently with no time limit. Next one is users have an illusion of simultaneous execution of multiple programs in case of multiprogramming. But here simultaneous execution of multiple programs is actually happened.